Who am I looking at? Am I looking at you?
Yeah.
Well, I just know where to look. It's harder than it looks. My name is Brian Malm. I'm a principal engineer in the Rochester office, and I like my coffee with a little bit of cream in it. So one of the things we have to take into account is public works maintenance staff. One of the things about designing roadways in winter climates is the snow removal aspect. In snowy climates, we need to take into account the tapers on those curb bump outs to make sure they're easier to plow for public works maintenance staff. It does. So keeping the pavement section dry is key in any climate, so keeping water out of the pavement, it's especially important. In order to combat that, we design our pavement sections with as much frost-free granular material in the pavement section as possible to help keep it dry. We put in subsurface drainage to carry water away from that base to keep it dry and help prevent frost in that upper pavement section as much as possible. Can you cut this all together? Am I making this a hard job for you? So there are some pretty strange materials people have been experimenting with across the country. Well, why are people doing that? Well, there's a concern with the use of chloride materials and de-icing agents. Chloride is bad for the environment. When it gets into our surface and groundwater, it's an environmental concern. So we want to try to reduce the use of chlorides as much as possible in de-icing materials. I want to say one more thing about that, whether you use it or not. But the other thing agencies are doing is to try to manage and educate the public on the amount of salt that's being used on private sites, and agencies themselves are trying to minimize the amount of salt usage. I don't know, some of this is nerd stuff, but I always find it interesting when I go to warm weather climates and look at the way that they design their streets. You'll see in warm weather climates, you'll see a lot of vertical curb, returns around medians and things that just won't work with snow plowing. We have to design plowable tapered medians so the snow plow can ride up on it. And it's just, there's a lot of different infrastructure out there in non-snowy climates that we just can't do here because it doesn't work for snow plowing maintenance. I would suck at being an actor. I'm Brian Malm. Thanks for watching.
Great.
Let me do it one more time.